Hey, Warrior Saints. Glad to have you beautiful people with us as we continue our conversation from yesterday.
Love. We see this all over the place where Christ is being questioned about the law.
Right.
I mean, you said it that love the Lord your God is all over the place. I mean, this idea is everywhere. It's just, to me, I just really struggle with it.
Meaning what?
I don't know how to do it all the time.
How to love the neighbor?
Like, I get that, we need to draw a plan. This is where we want to be at the end.
Yeah.
We need to understand where to start, and we need a guide, and scripture becomes a guide telling us where we're called to start. And then that destination, as we see it in scripture, is we start by following God's commandments.
Right.
I mean, you see it all over the place. You
Right.
see it in Matthew 28. You see it in Matthew 19. I mean, it's all over the place.
Yeah.
That you got to follow God's commandments. It's all over the place in Paul's letter, walking in newness of life,
Yeah.
walking with God, faith in God, trust in God really means you're going to follow his commandments. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
And that's what we're called to do. And our destination then is to love others.
Yeah.
That's the life that we're called to live.
Mm-hmm.
My struggle is I don't always want to.
Yeah, for sure.
And how do I actually do it? I guess that's where my
Yeah.
rambling led me to that question, because that was where the question was. Like, this guy that wants to put Jesus to the test, Jesus uses the Good Samaritan as the example of how to do it.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. I want to be the priest and the Levite that cross on the other side.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to deal with the person right in front of me.
I know. It's hard. Like, the greatest image of that is obviously the Lord himself. I mean, he didn't want to do it. I mean, you know that Matthew 26, I mean, Father, let the cup pass, right? But he put his will aside in order to make sure he did God's will. And in so doing on the cross, I mean, it's the single most transformative event in the history of the world, right?
Mm.
Like, I mean, it's just, he was dead and then God brought him to life. You know what I mean? Like, that was the transformation that came from the cross. And you know, it was, I don't know, an honest and you know, an honest moment in the Garden of Gethsemane. And I don't want to do it. And you know what? Like you were saying, I don't want to do it. You know, like, look, sometimes helping people, particularly in need, is hard because they can be, you know, annoying, not deserving. They can be entitled. They can be, not to be silly, but like homeless people in the street can smell. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
actual have discomfort, you know, in their, you know, and they might not be, you know, healthy and mentally healthy, you know what I'm saying? Like, or even dangerous at some points. Like, there's a lot of reasons why people, you know, tend to shy away from helping other people. Some of it, I guess, at least for me, is that most of the time I'm so damn self-centered. It's like, it's all about me. I mean, because why wouldn't it be? Because I'm the best thing ever, right? That's how I
Yeah.
think about it. And so that person's in my way.
Yeah, my only argument against you is I'm the best thing ever. So how could it be
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
right? I mean, but that's how
How
we
we
all
think.
think. That's where we're all going. I mean, ultimately, that's what scripture is calling us back away from.
Yeah.
Constantly, consistently.
So what do you see some practical tools? I'm going to throw it on you. All right. You're the one struggling with this, which I do too, but I'm just saying, you know, you said it. I don't want to. How would you, knowing the destination, knowing the mode to get there is living a life of the cross, which means doing God's will, which means loving the neighbor, even when we don't want to, how do you do it? I mean, what's an actual practical thing?
You start doing it. I mean, so I'm taking my kids to a baseball game. I'm walking down the street. There's someone there looking for money.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
Am I going to ignore them? I'm not going to sit and have a 25-minute conversation. I've got my kids there. As you pointed out, there might be safety issues, all of that kind of stuff. But figure out some way to help them. Give them a bottle of water. Give them, you know, something to help them. Don't just ignore them as though they're just part of the scenery of downtown.
Yeah.
And not. But the reality is, I still struggle with that.
Yeah.
Am I going to actually put that into practice?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, maybe that's a good one. That's the first and real need. Like sometimes the emotional, you know, needs that people have, though real, they take, you know, a backseat to someone who's actually on the street starving, right?
Yeah.
And so maybe that's time for the AAA framework that we talk about. We use that AAA: assess, align, and act. And I like
Yeah.
what made me think of that was like, you said it, just do it. Like, assess the situation. All right, there's a person coming towards me who, appears hungry and thirsty. Align. I don't want to because he's smelly, or he could be dangerous, or. But you know what? I'm going to align myself and my mind with Jesus Christ, who said, love those, particularly the poor and needy. And so I'm going to act. Here's a bottle of water, or whatever you decide to do.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good way to say it. And if you're uncomfortable starting at the street, start at home.
All right. So go there.
I struggle with stuff like that at home, even. Like, if my kids take their socks off in the middle of the living room, those socks, if it was left up to me, might sit there for 5 days.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But they need to be picked up. I need to teach my kids to pick them up.
Right.
I might not want to do that because it means it's going to probably be a fight.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be an argument, and I don't want to deal with, that in every moment. I might be tired. I might, not have the patience to deal with that. So it means that I need to practice it at home. So it means that I need to start getting over myself.
Mm-hmm.
The easy way to get over myself is start by picking up the socks myself.
Yeah.
The next better way to do it is level up after I've gotten used to doing that a little bit and start having those conversations with them. Like, hey, pick up your socks. Hey, pick up your socks. Like, and going through the process all 17 times that it takes before it sticks.
Yeah.
My son's going through his no phase.
Yeah.
And sometimes he takes a swing at me. But anyway, we correct that behavior as well. But you gotta take that time and put in that effort, and you do it by you just start doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the things too is act, go, just start. There's a book even called, I think it's called Just Start. Gosh darn it, I read it years ago. I forgot the name, but the book was, the thesis of it was like that inaction that all of us fall into. I fall into, at least. That's why I saw the title. I was like, "Ooh, I got to get it."
That book title is fantastic.
What is it?
Just Start. Take action, embrace uncertainty, create the future.
Oh, who wrote that? What's the name?
Charles F. Kiefer and Leonard A. Schlesinger.
Yeah, I think that's the one I read. I think that's it.
White color with a...
I can't remember. No, I do audiobooks, so I don't know what the book cover looks like. Anyways, it's just getting into action, right? Jumping in. Oh, there's another one too. That gal, Mel Robbins. Mel Robbins, is that her name? She had a book. I forgot the title of that book, but I read it also. She's like, you have 5 seconds to just start. Like her thesis was, if I remember it,
is this the 5-second rule?
5-second rule. Yeah. Like, you're in bed, the alarm goes off. What's the temptation? You want to hit the alarm. You have 5 seconds. Just explode. Be a rocket ship. She said, get out of bed and go and start. And the thesis that both of them are making is pertinent to what we're talking about. In those situations when things are uncomfortable, whether it be the guy on the street when you're going to the game or your kid's socks, you've got to just jump into action. That's the first thing you've got to start. And I know that if I don't, I will hesitate my way out of anything. You know what I mean?
Without question. But, you talk about it all the time. You got to get comfortable being uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
You're never going to get comfortable being uncomfortable until you just start
being uncomfortable,
putting yourself in the uncomfortable situations.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if you're not willing to have those conversations that might be uncomfortable, then you're never going to learn how to have those conversations that are uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to just sit by and eat Dairy Queen because it tastes really good and it makes you happy because happy tastes good, then you're never going to have any success. You're never going to, lose the weight. You're never going to, keep moving with it. If you just start practicing, then it keeps getting easier and easier.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's it. That's another thing. Yeah, for sure. It becomes not even habitual, but it just becomes, a part of what you do. Part of what you do and who you are. What else? I mean,
that's why those resources are in the battle plan, because in there we talk about so many of these things: how to get into action, how to just start, how to make it happen, how to get out there, and really put your money where your mouth is. Really, like, make it happen and do practice what God's commandments are. you know?
Yeah.
And it just, you really just need to start. I mean, that's for me the first practical. How you just start,
Mm-hmm.
that's going to be dependent on your situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's going to be dependent on what situations you are in that are going to be opportunities for you to practice living God's commandments.
Yeah.
And only you know what is the way to do that. Only you. It might be preventing forest fires.
I was thinking the platters in my head now.
That's another good one. But it's only you really know what that is going to look like. And you know, because you feel it.
Yeah.
You feel it when you're not doing what you're supposed to do.
Absolutely. For sure. Listen to that voice. Yeah, for sure. For sure. So,
Hey, Warrior Saints, thank you so much for being with us. If you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, and share. It helps us get the word out there. And if you want more, visit us at warriorsaints.org and subscribe to Understanding the Bible. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon.